right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Ready. White 25.
Mike 45. 6 man. Check curls. Check.
Sunday.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
45 to Mike.
Hey, stop. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds an opening past the 40. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side. It's Whitaker, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
Ready. Blue lady.
58 to Mike. Oh, get him.
Let me go.
Now on 2nd and 16, Winston. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Push him back.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive was surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon. And that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Take you to school. Check the backer.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready. Black 22 set.
Mike. Here we go.
White.
Ball trot.
Let me go.
From the gun, Winston.
Let's go, D.
Open man is Anderson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. White 25.
White 45.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Showing it. Showing it. Watch safety creep.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Even. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
58, right over there, right hot. Mike, 58.
Jameis to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge what he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I got it. Check 50.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Right there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Come on,
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
In your face.
Check 24.
Kill.
Now Locke throwing on second down. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Hey, here we go.
Ready.
Locke now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Here we go.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Man. Hey, Haywood. Sit up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Hey. High 7. Hit it.
Lock to throw on second down.
Check the out. Check
But
the
when
out.
this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Oh, he slipped right by him. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that win.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Here we go.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off
come
their
on out
next
here. Come
drive.
get some.
They'll look to get
Come
something
get some.
started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route,
70,
drove it with
Indy.
excellent pace.
Let's go, D.
Money throw
Tight end to
right
the right,
there
boy, tight
to
end to the
move the
right.
sticks.
5.
Got 3.
Clock now on first down.
Check 82.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Watch twins.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys
54,
know
right
where
there,
they
right there.
stand in
54
relationship to yardage,
heavy.
totals,
Let's go
numbers,
heavy.
the whole
Tell me
deal.
what you got.
And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number
Give me
1.
some. Give me some.
Here's
Here we go,
Locke to
here we go.
throw.
Check,
Looking
check,
for his
check,
running
check,
back, and he's got him. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
I've been here, bro. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Ready,
And
ready.
the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Shoot.
Now Locke again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Blitz.
Locke going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Green, triple C.
You're all mine. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 2nd and 9, Winston.
Check three.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, Hands, a little bit questionable.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Ready?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch run. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Big river.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. That's caught by Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Echo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Samuel complete. Not before he works it past the 50. Lions have a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Okay, ready?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Blue draw Corker.
He's checking. Crash. Slam.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Okay, baby,
I call that play a success. A nice inside sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike, 54. It's our field.
Hit it.
Hey, it's our
Lock off a play action.
Switch.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Pick, baby.
And he may
All
want to
day.
track
Don't
down that
go this
football
way.
because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
They can't hang with us.
To throw is Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 4 down. 4 down. 6, 6. 4 down. 4 down.
Play fake. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary. Playing
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Kill. Take 4. Get it.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Run.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Set,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Long day. That's going to be a long day.
Fire.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
First down, Detroit.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because
blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Locke. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Come on, D.
Go.
Double tight.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Go. Now.
On first down, Locke. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Switch.
And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there.
Good work, boys.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Winston now to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see a breakdown as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Protein spill.
45. Mike, 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
Kill.
6'6", bullet high.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D. Ford. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
That's how we do,
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
X3, 218, chopper.
From midfield, here's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Ready.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Clear. Ready.
On third and long, it's Locke.
I don't think you got it,
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down.
Hey, I subbed, and if you have time, come check out my stream sometime.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Elsewhere at Arrowhead, they're in the third quarter. The Chiefs have scored again to extend their lead a bit. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers to get.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Watch the screen. Pass. No.
Get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him flip.
First down and completing it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jameis again.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's it.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Let's go.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Winston. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not...
It got his man complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
Kenny Galladay, 76 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right?
Let's go.
In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The first down throw for Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Right over there. Mike, 58,
Jameis
right there.
to throw it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
Interception all day,
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
General West. Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Get ready. Get ready.
A gain of 22.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Block now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Pilot, 64, weak. Now.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run
Let's
back.
make these babies
And
cry
now
all
here's
the way back home,
another
yo.
interception.
Let's make these babies cry
Picked
all the
off
way
at the
back home.
40. And some room to work. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
That's our ball.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to get this
45,
inside
45.
the 30.
Mike, 45.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13. They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here we go.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. Always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Throwing, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
They'll try to run this one in. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Lions Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Lock now on third and goal. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, this is blocked. The Bucs pick it up, but he will not be able to bring this one back in the extra point attempt. Unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away. And we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On play action, Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They come up now, third and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Winston.
Check pass.
And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on third down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Ready?
Mike 45, check Mike 45. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on third and long. Lock, flushed out right. Throwing deep for Galladay. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
45.
Here's Winston.
Drop deep, drop deep.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Come on, baby, let's
and
go.
that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
No gain on this defense.
Protein spill. Now.
Get wide.
A lot going to throw it here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Big rip.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Watch the twist.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Hey, that's the way to finish. That's the way to
Curtis
finish.
Samuel with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm going to run you over.
Green, Trevor, stay.
58. Right over there. Yeah.
Now
Mike,
Winston.
58, right there. Got to do better.
And this one
Come on,
incomplete.
QB, come on.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
58, 58's Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that. 58.
Let's go.
58.
On 3rd down, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned